walking into a sea, but it's not water you're afraid of drowning in. It's something invisible, but radiant. It burns everything in it, but no, I can feel them. There's people calling out to something, chanting. They can show you the way, but they're so hard to read. Be careful around them, kid.
Hancock had helped as much as he could for the time being. But I had a new lead with this railroad. If I could get in with them, maybe with their experience with the Institute, they would prove to be of some use to me. I had to go and find this Deacon and prove my usefulness, and once they owe me, then maybe they could help me find this Virgil. Virgil was my best chance to get to the Institute, but getting to him would prove a challenge. He was deep in an area known as the Glowing Sea. A place that was so radiated that everyone feared it, and with good reason. I would need some form of rad resistance before travelling there. More Redux than I could carry, or a IEX suit would be great. But a full set of power armour, that would be the best.
What the hell was that?
I did have some power armour at Sanctuary, but it was incomplete and badly damaged. I would need more help if I was to get to this Virgil, and I hoped I would get it from the railroad. But first, what did Deacon want with me?
Deacon? Is that you?
Like the disguise? It's Wastelander camo. This is my pile of garbage, asshole. Back off. Good, right? You're lucky I didn't do one of my face swaps, too.
You can change your face?
I put myself under the knife every year or two. New face, new body, you know, the full makeover. It keeps our enemies guessing.
I almost didn't recognize you.
That's the point. So, about the job. The railroad's only recently been using the Old North Church. Our old base was underneath the Slocum's Joe. We had a pretty sweet setup until the Institute found us.
Your base was under a donut shop?
It's a lot better than it sounds. Well, it was, until it was burned to hell.
That sounds really, really bad.
It was a disaster with a capital D. The survivors didn't have time to grab anything. So we're getting something important we had to leave behind.
What exactly are we looking for?
I'll tell you when we get inside. I know that's a bum deal, but strategic ignorance has saved our organization more times than I can count. We got a tourist nearby. He or she has information on the base, so let's pump him for information before we dive in. For now, I'll take point. So I'm looking for rail signs, symbols we use to send messages to each other. If you like that, we got signs and countersigns, dead drops, even a secret handshake. Alright, maybe the handshake never got on. Anyway, the tourist should have a trail left for us. Here we go. Rail sign. The arrow in the center indicates a direction. So our tourist is up ahead. Let's keep going.
This Deacon was exactly like the rest of the railroad, secretive and not very trusting of new faces. But when a synth could be absolutely anybody, and the synths wanted them dead, I could understand why they took a long time to trust anybody new.
Got another rail sign, right there.
And things were going so well. The zombies crawled out from their holes as if they were waiting for us to come along. Now there was 3 of us, and we made short work of them.
See the plus in the center? That means there's an ally nearby, a tourist. You take point on the conversation. Look, no matter what he says, you just say, mine is in the shop. Trust me. Hey.
Oh, thank God. You have a Geiger counter? You have a goddamn Geiger counter?
Mine is in the shop.
Who the hell is he? HQ said they were sending 1 agent, not 2.
Sorry, I'm new. He's just shown me the ropes.
All right. The wall is my witness. I thought I was dead. It's about goddamn time you headquarters bastards got here.
Tell me what's going on.
I signed on for some light recon, but that little Slocum's Joe of yours is crawling with goddamn chrome dome synth sons of bitches. The front's fortified to hell and back. They placed mines all over the goddamn place.
They have a minefield?
Yeah, the mother of all minefields. I couldn't draw you a map if I tried.
I appreciate all you've done.
I hope it helps. I really do. As soon as it's safe, I'm getting the hell out of here. So if you need anything else, better ask soon.
Well, isn't Ricky just a ray of sunshine? Do you think he's telling the truth?
He doesn't strike me as the dishonest type.
Yeah, that's my read too. First rule in this business is never go against your gut. So, if we take him at his word, the front door has mines, synths, and probably other fun and exciting prizes. So, we're going in through the escape tunnel.
The donut shop has an escape tunnel?
What? Doesn't everyone have an escape tunnel? Seriously though? Thank God for that tunnel. If it weren't for that, there wouldn't be any railroad left.
The tunnel has got to be easier than a frontal assault.
Easier, but no cakewalk. You lead us there, pal. I got you covered.
With little information to go on, we decided to head to the old railroad HQ. I had passed this area once before, many days ago during a rad storm, and I was getting a sense that I had been here once before. I think I knew what to expect.
The back entrance is safer, but be ready for Gen 1s and 2s. So it's time you learn why we're here. We're retrieving a prototype developed by our good Dr. Carrington.
What can you tell me about the Gen 1s and 2s?
The synths didn't start off as nigh-perfect copies of human beings. The Institute had to work up to that level of hubris. Gen 1s and 2s were stepping stones along the way. The Railroad's not fully united on how we feel about them.
What's there to be divided about?
Everyone wants to liberate the Gen 3s, the human-looking synths. Some of the synths in the Railroad, like Glory, think we should help earlier models too. But Gen 1s are basically the same as, well, a Protectron. So the line gets muddy. Do we defend AI rights? Terminals? Hell, turrets? Anytime it gets brought up, fireworks. All the old arguments flare up. The upshot is Glory and some others won't run missions like this.
Who's Dr. Carrington?
All goes well, you'll meet him soon enough.
Let's find a prototype then.
Together with you, I like our odds. First step is to override the security lockdown.
This was the place I once spent the night, and now I would be able to see what was further into the sewers.
Well, the terminal's on at least. I'm gonna feed it some passwords. No. 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 Ah, missed one, you cocky bastards. The prototype's deeper inside.
We did not know what hell we were walking into once we had the doors open. The Institute really wanted the railroad destroyed, and they'd sent one hell of a synth army to do the job.
Content engaging.
The first one was down, but there was many, many more, and now they knew we were coming.
Tinker managed to turn on the defenses. Barely slowed the coursers down, but hey, probably saved some lives. I don't think you've ever seen a courser, but they're top of the line in Institute let's fuck up your day tech. There shouldn't be any coursers in here, but if there are...
The Synths had taken out many members of the railroad as they tried to escape, and now they had taken out all of the defenses as well. There were many of them in the tunnels below. Some grenades should even up this fight a little bit.
Hello?
The first grenade ripped metal from their skeletons, but there were many more down there. The three of us moved forward to deal with the rest of them. But they still hit hard, and I needed to fall back and heal. This place should not be taken lightly. But this area was now clear.
There you are.
Playing hide and seek?
But there was more of them around every corner. How many more of these things would we come across? And how did they know the railroad would ever come back to this place? This item we were here to find had better be worth it. We used a pipe to leave the sewers, and we entered the basement of the building above. There was a door that blocked our way, but the door could be unlocked by a near terminal. Once open, we were aware of movement from the next room. They were waiting for us. But the three of us would be able to take them all down.
Sorry, friends. Don't start what you can't finish. Something out there. Don't underestimate us again.
There was still one of them left. We needed to head into the room to find them.
What's that? Hey, that. Even break a sweat. Not that it's an
Bye-bye, Gen 1s. Prepare to be shocked. Not every Slocum's Joe has a massive tunnel complex underneath it. We're entering a secret Defense Intelligence Agency research lab, a place that never officially existed. It's called the Switchboard. The prototype is locked up in the heart of the facility.
This base was called the Switchboard, a secret bunker. I was not surprised that a secret bunker was once in the hands of the railroad.
Security's too tight.
With the most advanced Institute sensors available, I will find you.
We headed deeper into the bunker and straight into some more synths. This area was crawling with them, and we could easily get flanked. We needed to be careful.
Hello.
Put me
Goodbye.
down.
You
These things were still hitting hard. I took a stim pack and got back into the fight.
You got nothing.
But we had been flanked. This area was now clear. We had some time to get some rest.
Hey.
Any chance you got a second now?
Of course, Nick. What's up?
I wouldn't normally bother you with this sort of thing, but, well, I know I can trust you at this point. For as long as I can remember, I've been getting these, flashes. Memories of places I've never been. Things I've never seen. Memories of Nicks. They're not bad, they're just this inescapable reminder that I'm not the person I think I am. That I'm not a person at all. I'm just a machine, pretending to be human.
You think, you feel. You're more than pretending, Nick.
Nice of you to say, but your kind don't usually have to deal with someone else's whole life trapped inside their skulls. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm in Nick's debt. These memories, they've kept me alive. Nick was a hell of a cop. A guy with good instincts and a good heart. I always counted myself lucky they didn't load me up with some ex-con, or whatever type might volunteer to let folks tinker with their gray matter. But it's thanks to Nick that I pass for human. Why I get to live cushy in Diamond City, and every other synth is shot on sight. I know I got it good, but my entire life I owe to Nick. Everything that makes me who I am. My judgment, my speech, hell, even my name. They're his. And I can't do a damn thing about it, because without them, I'm nothing. A shell. All I want is a life where I have something I can call my own.
You've already built a life for yourself, Nick. You've got the agency, a home, friends.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You know, I'm just gonna need some time to think on this. I appreciate you hearing me out. You're a real good friend. Thanks. You know, there is this chunk of Nick Valentine history I've been hoping to put a bow on for a while now. I could use a hand if you're willing to take a crack at it.
Sure thing. What's the case?
Well, this one's straight out of the archives. Once upon a time, in the land of Boston, there lived a king of organized crime, Eddie Winter. He was a bad man who did a lot of bad things, hurt a lot of innocent people. But he knew the end was coming, so he sealed himself inside a personal shelter, located underneath a sub-shop he used as a headquarters.
Eddie Winter was from my time. Real scumbag.
The story gets even more twisted. The arrogant bastard wanted to cheat death, live forever, so he could come out of that shelter someday into this brave new world. Sound familiar? Only Eddie didn't want to be a frozen banana. No cryo sleep for him, no. He invested his money in some sick, crazy radiation experiment.
Jeez, you've really done your homework on this guy.
I have. And I uncovered a doozy. Eddie Winter went and turned himself into a ghoul, 200 years before it was fashionable. Hell, he was probably the first one. And I'm convinced that he's still locked inside that shelter. Safe and sound. Ready to come out and begin his evil reign all over again. I'm gonna find him and kill him, so that never happens. You in?
All right, Nick. Let's get the bad guy.
You're a good man. Now, I know where Winter's vault is, but the door is sealed with a complex numerical code. Lucky for us, Winter's arrogance knew no bounds. Back in the day, he recorded 10 holotapes, incriminating different criminal associates. On each one, he hit a single number. We find all of those holotapes, we get all the numbers. We get all the numbers, we get the code. And then we get Winter. I've been putting together a file on this one for a while now. There's a pair of holotapes in here worth listening to, including one of Winter's that I managed to snatch from the Cambridge Police evidence lockup before getting swarmed by ferals. On my way out the door, I spotted an active evidence terminal. I'll bet my hat that terminal is the key to finding the rest of the tapes. Probably worth revisiting any police departments you may have stumbled across in your travels as well.
Nick had helped so much, and I would pay him back, but for now we had a mission to complete. A plasma grenade helped slow them down. Once the area was clear, I started to heal, and Deacon moved towards the terminal.
Where's that play button?
Carrington, Stanley, Salis Acrote,
Looks
Suprema
like
Lex.
whoever was here made off.
Open says me.
The vault-like door started to open. What were they keeping in here?
So Tommy Whispers didn't make it out. He died protecting our secrets. Let me see. There. Tommy would want you to have his hand cannon. Don't let its size fool you.
Why are you giving this to me?
Our best agents carry special ordnance made by Tinker Tom. He's... well, you'll know when you meet him. Call this gun a vote of confidence.
The deliverer was the ideal weapon for when you wanted to remain undetected.
Grab Carrington's prototype. You turn that over to Desdemona, and she'll have to let you into our merry band.
This is what we came for. What was it? And was it worth it?
There's an elevator at the end of the hall. It should be a hell of a lot easier fighting the chrome domes on this side of the minefield.
For the first time since entering, the base was silent, giving us time to look around. A has-suit, well, this was unexpected. I had at least found one way into the glowing sea. We left the lift and entered the basement of the shop. We still had to escape the area, and we had one hell of a fight in the shop above as it was crawling with these machines. But the three of us would make it, and I'd started to gain the trust of the railroad. They would help me sooner rather than later. Thank you all for watching my tale of how I survived the horrors of this world after the fallout. If you liked, please like and subscribe to never miss a video. Please comment below or on Facebook or Twitter, with all the links below. I am Shaun, insane in the game, and this was Fallout 4, and I hope to see you all one day in the safe zone.